So, we're going to try this one more time. I hope this is going to be working right. All right, let's discuss which powdered laundry detergent is the best and why. First, we must understand the criteria for a good laundry detergent. The goal for a good laundry detergent is to remove all stains regardless of stain type while avoiding the degradation of clothing fabrics and fading of clothing fabrics as well. So with that being said, we can go into the next portion of this video, but right before we go into that, I want to say that this video is not sponsored by any of the products listed. I'm going to be giving you my honest opinion on products that I have tried. There are some of these that I haven't tried, but I'm still going to give you my opinion based upon what I have read. So without further ado, based on the criteria listed above for the requirements to be a good powdered laundry detergent, I was able to do a little research and just see different articles that suggested which is the best powdered laundry detergent. And of course they differ a little bit, but I'm going to show you what the average consensus was. Starting from the best, there was Tide. Second was Arm & Hammer. Third was Tide, not Tide, I'm sorry. Third was All Free and Clear. And anything else below that is generally the same. Now that we have that, let's look at the pros to powdered laundry detergent. And for that, we're going to have to look at it in twofold. Specifically speaking, what works best with hard water or different water types and stains. I'm going to read directly from my notes here. Powdered detergent is the most effective laundry detergent for areas with untreated hard water, thanks to additives that are more stable and easily added to powdered formulas. Now, I think it's great for us to have an understanding of exactly what hard water is. So, provided by the USGS, United States Geological Survey, which is a science bureau within the United States Department of the Interior, the simple definition of water hardness is the amount of dissolved calcium and magnesium in water. Hard water is high in dissolved minerals, largely calcium and magnesium. So for those of you who live in an area that you know you have hard water, I would recommend that you use a powdered laundry detergent over a liquid laundry detergent if you want it to be more effective. So the second part is powdered detergent. Okay, powdered detergent formulas are more stable than liquid or pods. This allows ingredients to be added that perform exceptionally well on tough to remove outdoor stains like grass and mud. And so I know there are people that say that after using towels for a long period of time, it may seem that your normal liquid detergent is not cleaning it the way that they used to. And there are people that do laundry stripping. I could do a whole video on that, on why I don't necessarily agree with laundry stripping, but it can be beneficial in certain situations. I believe that the best option is just to use a powdered laundry detergent instead of your liquid laundry detergent on towels. A big thing to understand that I almost forgot to say is that when it pointed out the fact that it's good at removing outdoor stains like grass and mud, I believe that personally I've experienced it with oils and other juices and hard stains to get out. And for me, honestly, powdered detergent and liquid laundry detergent are very much comparable. I have not seen the biggest difference in using one over the other, if we're going to be honest, but this focus for this video is going to be powdered laundry detergent. But I live in an area with soft water, so that's very important to note that if I live in an area with hard water, I may have different results. So let's look at the cons of powdered detergent, which there are mainly three major cons. Con number one, powdered detergent can be problematic in extremely cold waters by not dissolving completely, leaving a residue on the fabric. Now, I'm going to put a picture up, but this is an example of a laundry detergent I'm going to talk about in a minute. You can get it at the Dollar Tree. And it says specifically cleans in all water temperatures and with a fresh clean scent. And so the reason I want to bring that up is because mainly most powdered detergents now, I would say within the last 5 years, have changed their formulas so that they are able to dissolve in cold water, warm water, in between water or hot water. The temperature should not really matter, but what you should understand is that the problem with a lot of people is you're putting too much powdered laundry detergent. When it comes to powdered laundry detergent, for small to medium loads, you're only supposed to use a tablespoon. For large to extra large or heavily soiled items, you're only supposed to use 2 tablespoons at max. The second topic is that powdered detergent can also leave chunks of undissolved detergent in your washing machine parts. As you can imagine, that can lead to malfunction. It particularly affects the washer's draining system. Now, the workaround to this, which I will leave a link in the video as to why I am a firm believer of the double rinse method when it comes to your laundry, no matter whether you use powder or liquid detergent, is to put it on a double rinse cycle. There's a dermatologist, so I will link the video in the description that spoke about how the benefits of double rinsing your laundry to make sure you get rid of the detergent. That's for people who have sensitive skin or eczema. Number one, he recommends using fragrance-free detergents, which is, if that is you, the all free and clear was an option that I listed previously. That is the best way that you can do, is to do a double rinse, so you make sure you get rid of all of the detergent. And if you do it that way, you're less likely for there to be undissolved chunks left after you use powder detergent. The third point is, in addition to your washer machine, you may want to consider how your detergent affects your septic system if you have one. Look for septic safe on packaging, which most current powder detergents have. This one, let me see. Yes, I'll put a picture of it so you can see it. It says septic safe. I don't know why I can't talk today, I'm sorry. Okay. Here to get to my fourth point. We're almost at the end of this video. This is one that's going to be a little bit shorter, but I just think it's important to be mindful of your contributions to the overall health of the earth. So if you want a more environment-friendly, eco-friendly option, the packaging for powder detergents are recyclable. So you see, this isn't a plastic, so this is recyclable, and not all plastics are recyclable, which is why, this is cardboard basically, so you can put that in the cardboard section of your disposal facilities. How to get the best out of your powder laundry detergent, and this is why I truly believe that all laundry detergents, and I've said this in my other video, they do the same thing. Even though I personally don't agree with the general test that they have that may say, if you look at consumer reports, they say this one does better than that one does better than the other one. I think at the end of the day, if you follow the tips that I gave in my previous video, and I will reiterate a few of them, if you just make sure you're using the appropriate amount of detergent, you understand what type of water type you have, and you understand the difference between pre-treating a stain and then just general detergent, because your general detergent should just clean your clothes. It should remove stains, yes, but it should clean any, if you think of the sweat and sebum and body oils and things that you produce, bacteria, common allergens that are in the air, all of that just clings onto your clothes. It should be able to remove all of that. It should also remove stains, but if you have specific hard stains, you should pre-treat those stains first. But to get the best out of your detergent, here's my tip. Here's a detergent bottle, hopefully you can see this, that I have. This is just a container I have, and yes, it's plastic, don't judge me, but this container, I have this system, and I call it the 1/3 system. I will fill it 1/3 with this. Now, this is, like I said, you can get this at Dollar Tree. Is this the Spanish side? Sorry. It's just called Laundry Fresh and Clean detergent. And it comes in this pack. And I will fill this container with 1/3 of this, and I call this my base detergent. This does a very good job. If I only fill this whole entire container with that is a perfectly good option. But the reason I split it up into thirds is because every different detergent brand will have different enzymes, if it has enzymes. This one does not have enzymes, it only has surfactants, because the cheaper detergents normally only have surfactants and not enzymes. But I will add a little bit of other detergent. This is how you allow, if you want the Tide, Tide is the most expensive, or I don't know necessarily if what's the brand called? Persil. I don't know if Persil has a powder detergent. If they do, I will put a picture up. But to get around having to pay so much money for all of that, what I would recommend is filling the container with 1/3 of this, which is your base detergent, then 1/3 of another detergent. Now, some people use Foca, which is a Hispanic or Latino laundry detergent. I will fill it 1/3 with that, because I believe that Foca is a little bit better. I'm not gonna say it's a little bit better than cleaning than this, because I feel like they do just about the same, but I guess in my mind it does better, but they really do the same. So I'll put that in here, and it's blue, so that just makes me feel better. For a third of this, and then for the last third, I put the detergent that, for the most part, a lot of people like detergents because of their smell, which I'm going to talk about fragrance at the end of this. But a lot of them like detergents because of their smell. There's one that smells really good that I like. It's Ariel plus Downy. It's a powder detergent, and I fill the top third with that. So when you shake it up together, so it's all evenly blended, it will smell like your most powerful detergent that's on the top. Well, I'm gonna say which one everyone has the strongest scent. So for me, that's Ariel. If you have Tide, most times Tide will drown out anything. If you like Gain, it will drown out anything. Um, that's my system, and at the end of the day, you end up using less of the very expensive Tide, and you could put cheaper here. Also, what you could do is you could just use two, and I could fill this 2/3 of the way with the cheap detergent, or let me say inexpensive instead of cheap, because some people have a negative connotation with cheap, but the inexpensive detergent, and then 1/3 of it with the name brand detergent. So another reason I do that is because, like I said, when you get the name brand detergent, some of them have enzymes, and enzymes hypothetically are better at breaking down certain stains than others because they're made to target certain stains than others. So that will help you because you have many surfactants, and not all surfactants are the same. Now, let me put the disclaimer. Hypothetically, you could have an interaction that conflicts in the efficiency and effectiveness of a surfactant or an enzyme, but personally, I have not had that experience where it would inhibit something, causing it not to work as well as it would just by itself. I haven't had that, but I want to leave that disclaimer just so you know. So, just in case what I said is not clear, I wanted to specify and further explain exactly what I was talking about. What I was talking about is sometimes when you have certain, it's just like when you take a medicine, there are different medicines that interact with each other negatively or they cancel each other out. Same thing goes with different surfactants. If you're mixing different chemicals, any chemicals, when you look at cleaning products, there are certain ones that they tell you do not mix. But when we're looking at laundry detergents, I'm just comparing the fact that I personally have never had an experience where I felt like adding one laundry detergent to another has decreased the efficacy or decreased the ability for it to do its job. For me, I feel like it has further enhanced its ability to clean. So I just wanted to make sure that was very clear to anybody, because me going back, this is post editing me seeing that it may be a little bit unclear. So I just wanted to talk about that. Okay, here's my last section of additional notes. Some people, you will find videos on YouTube of people creating their own detergents. Now, I don't agree with creating your own detergent. I will leave the video below, and there's a woman that gave a very great explanation as to why not to make your own detergent. I don't consider this making my own detergent. It's taking detergents that are already made and just putting them together. For example, there are people that will use Zote soap, shred it, and then add it in here. I don't recommend doing that because this was not intended for washing machines. This is made to be washed by hand. What you can do is, if you're going to use this for the washing machine, you could take it and use it as a stain pre-treater, and you can rub it on the stain itself. Okay, I have one more interruption. Do I have this right? Yes. Oh, if you're going to use the Zote soap as a pre-treat, what I recommend doing is taking it after you rub it directly on the clothes, take the fabric, rub it together, but rinse it under water underneath the sink, and then put it in the washer machine. The reason I say that is because when you begin to use the Zote soap and you start making your own laundry detergents with all these other different DIY options that are on YouTube, you could void the warranty on your washer. So I recommend, which is something I forgot to put in the beginning of this video, read your owner's manual for the recommended anything when it comes to products and everything else for your washer machine. That's the best way to make sure that your washing machine will last the longest amount of time, and that if there's a problem, it will be covered under warranty. Sit for a second or two and then put it in the washing machine with the clothes as normal. But you don't want a lot of this in your washing machine. Another thing they like to do is add OxyClean to this. You can do that, but I don't recommend adding those boosters directly to your detergent, because if you don't need it, you're ended up wasting money just adding product just because you want to add product. I recommend just using the bare minimum that you need to use and then go from there. Be mindful of fragrance allergy. When you look at this, it says at the very bottom, let me go to the English side, it says contains fragrance allergens. Most laundry detergents, unless they say free and clear, free and gentle, they will have fragrance allergies in them. And so you just have to be mindful of, if that is you, there is a potential that you can have an allergic reaction to it. So if that's the case, you cannot use these. Get the all free and clear powder detergent and go from there. It's not even as expensive as Tide. I think it's even less than half the price of Tide. I'll put the price of the all and the Tide over here somewhere so you can see that. Okay, we're at the end of this. The last topic I want to talk about for my conclusion is the fear-mongering of laundry ingredients and toxic ingredients. Now, for some reason in my research, I was able to find that there are groups of people that like to categorize laundry detergent as dangerous for you. I think it's important for everyone to really do your research on chemistry and on chemicals and on the ingredients that goes into anything, any product that you use, even to your processed foods that you use or eat per se. It's important for you to really look at that, because I'm going to try to say this the most politically correct way. Don't fall to the hype of all this fear mongering. Almost any chemical ingredient can be toxic depending on the concentration. So they may take, a lot of times they take some study out of context, and most of those studies are using a specific ingredient at a high concentration and it's having a negative effect. If you look at the ingredients on a lower concentration, they are fine. Please do not succumb to the fear mongering of, oh, I don't need to use laundry detergent anymore. That's your choice as a human being, whether you want your clothes to be clean or not. Or maybe you have another system of not using laundry detergent to clean your clothes. I don't know what you may use. Maybe you use dish soap. I've seen that's helped some people. Whatever floats your boat, I guess. But do not succumb to the fear mongering of that. And I hope you enjoy your day.